Hello and what's up? Today we'll be talking about game jams. Ludum Dare 48. So, Ludum Dare basically means make game in 48 hours or 72. And, well, could it be that hard? I mean, how hard could it possibly be to make a game within 72 hours? That's like a lot of time. Yeah. So I have indeed tried making a game for a game jam before, but then it didn't exactly work out as I planned, and well, I spent the rest of the month trying to finish up the game and eventually did not finish it, so let's not do that this time. It's probably gonna be a waste of time, and yeah, we're gonna make a game in 48 hours. Okay, so first things first, ideas. Now, the theme for this game jam was deeper and deeper, which for some reason made me think of Minecraft. But then, we're not gonna be, one of those people who just copy Minecraft because they can. So I started out by spending a lot of time thinking about ideas I could make for the game, pretty quickly, because we don't have a lot of time. And by thinking about ideas, I mean this, because me thought it'd be a good idea to actually draw what I was thinking. And well, what I was thinking was not very great, as you can see. Okay, so let me just try to explain this. That's the player, and those are the bad guys, and they're gonna be trying to kill the player, and so he has to run into the ground, and then meet the boss, and then finally die. Yeah, sick. And so after thinking about this for a long time, I gave up on the idea of making games, and decided to finally go back and copy Minecraft, because what else could I do? So here's the thing, we're gonna make Minecraft, but it's gonna be 2D. Well, not really, because Minecraft has a lot more stuff that goes on, and I have no idea how to program that. So for now, we're just gonna focus on creating blocks that you can break, so you can go deeper and deeper into the ground, and then yeah, that's the game. Pretty cool. And just like that, we now have 18 hours left. Good timing. So I spent some time creating some cool artwork for the game, and somehow that took a lot more time than I thought. And so I'm going to have to move at super speed if I'm going to finish this game before the time. Step 1, write some movement code. Step 2, write some more movement code that breaks your neck. Step 3, well, you guessed it, even more movement code. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I just wrote movement code pretty quickly. And finally, axe. So we can now break blocks and also die. Creating the axe was a lot easier than I actually thought it would be, and well, it all worked out so easily. Using a simple raycast, some fancy code, and some cool animations, and there we have it. And now the next part. Levels. Actually, scratch that. We're not going to be making levels this time, because we're going to be doing procedural world generation. What this means is that the world generates procedurally. Yeah. And so you see, the thing with levels is that they take a lot of time to make. And so I didn't want to get stuck in that trap this time, because, we don't have time. And well, speaking of time, nice. After an amazing tutorial from this guy called Nerd Everyday, we can now do this, which is pretty cool. I mean, the amazing thing about this is that it's completely random and was created with only a few lines of code. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, Nerd. No, seriously, that's his name. He's called Nerd Everyday. Thanks though, check out Nerd's channel, it's in the description. And so I created a few more blocks and played with the code for a bit, and eventually came up with a structure that works pretty nicely for what I wanted. I also made it so that the world is generated vertically as you go, so it's procedurally generated, and so the player can just go deeper and deeper, and yeah, pretty cool. And okay, after that we now have 6 hours left, and one big problem. Well, the game is not really a game at this point, because in a game you have things like enemies and obstacles, and you can win, lose, game stuff. But then in this game you kind of just break blocks and go deeper and just go deeper, and then there's nothing happening. And so let's fix that. So the solution, batteries. So this is actually supposed to be a battery pack that spawns as a pickup for the player to collect. And well, the thing is, the more batteries you have, the stronger you are, and the stronger you are, the faster you mine, which is pretty cool for this game. And somehow time was up. I had to upload the game in its very, very bad state, and yeah, that was pretty bad. Up until I noticed that you could actually make changes to your game when you've uploaded, which actually turned out to be, not exactly the way I thought it was. So I kind of ended up cheating a lot by changing a lot of things about the game, and well, nice. So the first thing I worked on was adding some amazing particles, because they're particles, and that's just so cool. I mean, look at this, particles. Block breaking has never felt better. Okay. The next thing I added was a bomb that spawns as a pickup, but then when you collect it, it goes boom boom. And your battery goes bye bye. And so I set up a terrible menu that looks like this, so that you can replay the game. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. But then even after this, the game still felt way too easy, and there wasn't really any reason for the player to keep on, breaking blocks, because apparently if you don't break any blocks, then you don't meet any bombs and you don't die, which is gonna be pretty easy to just kind of win the game that way. And so I decided to fix this by adding this thing that just sort of moves downwards and destroys everything in its path. I mean, it's actually supposed to be lava, but then I don't really know what lava will be doing in the sky, so I guess it's not lava, it's just something else that moves in the sky and looks like lava and destroys things. Cool. I finally added a bomb pickup that acts like an actual bomb pickup, so the player can throw the bomb about and break a lot more blocks that way. So yeah, it's sick. It's very sick. It's actually pretty sick. And with that, I was pretty much done. All I did next was add some free sounds and then just join some free music from the YouTube audio library, so you could actually have music in the background. And there it is. I call the game Deep Mine because, as you probably have guessed, it's pretty deep and you can mine stuff. Very, very genius name. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, then smash subscribe or like and maybe comment or something like that, because it's cool. And yeah, the game is available on itch.io for basically all platforms you could possibly think of, except for mobile. And yeah, I know that Ludum Dare was like a long time ago, and this video is pretty late, probably irrelevant even. But then it's just something I had a lot of fun making, and I just wanted to share the experience. And I actually did the rest of the changes in about a day, and so I guess I kinda did stick with the 72-hour period, because I started making the game at about 1 day and a few hours, and so yeah, it kind of still fits as a jam game, and so that's great. I have indeed done some updates to the game on my own, and I'll probably talk about them in another video. And so smash like and turn on notifications, because you might just want to do that.